are not in Florida.
He's making me stand outside and it's cold.
It's nicer now than what it was at 50 degrees in the wind last time, I think.
But
we have 2 more campers to take to Florida. We took one down well, it was like 2 weeks ago. We team drove that one, so we just went straight down, straight back. And insurance companies are being really slow on getting all the contracts signed and whatever else they need to do, so we're holding off on the last 2. They might not even go now, we don't know. So we're in Indiana, driving this snowy crap, whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice after we hit Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago to Shipshewana was pretty crappy. I think it's all that lake effect snow. We held off one day to come out here just so all the front that went over us would be out of here, which it is, but like I said, I think it's all lake effect snow. But it's been kind of the eventful last 2 weeks. We sold the semi, the Western Star, and I hear clunkety clunkety. Oh, yeah, there's the Amish with the flashing lights. And it was like a lease to own deals that we did, and the guy has completely not followed the contract at all, hasn't paid anything at all. He's going on almost 2 months now with the truck. So
we basically consider it stolen at this point.
Yeah, he won't return the truck.
He won't return phone calls.
He blocked us on all social media. He blocked my phone number, so the only way we could get a hold of him the other day was Courtney had to get a hold of him, and
just excuse after excuse.
He's in the hospital.
His brother committed suicide.
Which at first we believe, but I'm really starting to think that's a BS story.
Yeah, which is pretty
sad.
low.
Yeah, he's used the hospital excuse twice. His
bank account got hacked.
His bank account got hacked.
One thing after another. It's ridiculous. This is why people don't trust people anymore, and you know, don't take anyone's word anymore. I mean, this is the last time we'll ever do it for anyone.
Yeah, he gave us the whole sob story about being a veteran and
getting a divorce.
Got a divorce and just moved to Minnesota with his girlfriend, and he can't get a loan for a truck and all this stuff. And yeah, so as soon as we sold him the truck, I guess I thought all the social media stuff was just set to private, and that was like a day or 2 after he took off with the truck. And then I found out, I think he blocked me instantly, because we've had some people that aren't friends with us on Facebook and hardly even know us, whatever. Then they pulled up his Facebook and they can, you know, or his social medias or whatever, and they can add a friend or follow or whatever, but we can't. So he, like, it'd be me, Courtney, our kids, and my parents and stuff. So he like went through my whole Facebook or something and blocked anybody that had associations with me or something. But so now, yeah, we're trying working with repo companies. That ain't working out. Collection agencies, I ain't paying that kind of money. So we're pretty much on our own to try and repo it ourselves. And we put a tracker on the truck, but it took a crap, so we can't track the truck.
So Monday we contact our lawyer and go from there.
Yeah, we've already talked to the lawyer a couple times.
Yeah, but
we're trying not to go that route if we don't have to, but I think
we're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to do a lawsuit or something. And
so
either way, we've still been looking for the truck. Some of you might have seen our post on Facebook. I posted it a couple days ago on Facebook, and we got 2 leads on it right off the bat. So at least we're kind of keeping dibs on where he's at. So when he gets back home, if that's actually where he lives, the insurance paperwork and all the paperwork I have with the contract and all that stuff all has an address, all the same address, all the same phone number and all that stuff. But when we search the addresses and stuff, nothing's in his name.
We know he has insurance on it.
Yeah, we do know that.
But he is still running the old DOT numbers on the side, and his IFTA tag is expired because it's the same one that we had on there, which hasn't been active for 4 years.
Yep.
Because it was my uncle's truck and we never ended up running it, so we're not even sure how he's
never fixed the marker lights in the bumper. There's a wire broke, so the marker lights in the front of the truck don't work except for one. 4 of the tires were like racing slicks, so we're not sure how he's even.
We're gonna contact the DOT and see if they can help us do anything. And I mean, like I said, at this point it's pretty much considered a stolen truck because he has no intentions of paying.
We can't report it stolen because we handed the keys over.
But we're gonna try.
We'll try. We'll see what they do. We talked to a couple different sheriff's departments and stuff like that too, and yeah. So far, it's just there's so many laws that protect people like that.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. Basically, if I find him and he says that he doesn't want to give me the keys, legally I have to turn around and walk away from what I've been told by attorneys and the sheriff's departments. So I can break into the truck if I have a key, which I'm trying to get another key made. I called the dealerships and stuff, but being it's the crossover year for Western Star being bought out, it's hard for them to find the information they need. So I tried getting a new ignition, and I figured worst case scenario, I'll just bust a window out of it and swap the ignition out and take off. But
So
no luck with that
we'll
either.
post pictures. If any of you guys see it, please let us know.
Yeah, I'll post some pictures in here in just a second and whatnot. But the summer's cold, so I think we gotta get back on the road. But we'll talk to you guys maybe when we get back home in the daylight.
We can see our breath. That means it's cold.
Starting to feel a lot like Christmas. You're supposed to take over.
I don't know the song. Jingle bells. Oh, no?
No. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
But we'll talk to you guys when we get back to Iowa. Made it home and now it's snowing here. Someone's crabby. She didn't sleep well last night. She's not a morning person.
I'm not. And it's early. I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before. Now I only got 2 hours.
Oh, there's a belt hanging out the door. So then we gotta go drop this off, go to the courthouse, see if we can get some information on the semi, and then call the trucking company he used to pull for that we know of, see if we can get any information on them. But as of today, well, yesterday when we got home, we found out he has now blocked both of our phone numbers. So we have no way of getting a hold of him at all, and emails. We found out, I'm not a guru with technology, but somehow, well, now we just got to pick that up when we get home.
Yeah, I know, but where are we going to put it till then? Are you going to hold it?
Put it in your
Because
door.
I'm not. My side's full.
Let's see. Yeah, go to the courthouse and then call the trucking company he used to work for and all that stuff. But yeah, so he's blocked both of our phone numbers now, and then our emails. It shows the email where he sent us emails with his driver's license and insurance and all that stuff. But the insurance card is all fuzzy now, like it's blurred out. And the driver's license, there's a little box where it used to be, it says deleted. So I don't know if he retracted like the content in the email, because the email's still there, but the content is gone. So
He's just a real piece of shit.
mm-hmm.
Don't ever do good for anyone.
No.
You get screwed over. And no one cares when it happens to you.
But if you're late on licensing your vehicle, you better
Yeah.
believe that the freaking government's gonna be all over your butt for that. They want their $70 or whatever for their license.
Yep.
But when you get screwed out of a bunch of money,
Never again will we be nice to anyone and help anyone out.
we kind of knew better, but we thought we'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
Never again.
Now there's a bunch of doubt. So
Yep.
yeah, he definitely had this planned out from the get-go.
Yep.
But
Piece of shit.
all right, we're gonna get this thing delivered, see how fun the roads are. Our kid said that they were pretty slick on his way to school this morning, so
Yay.
we'll see if we can slip and slide and get it there in one piece. So today turned into an eventful day with the semi. We dropped the camper off, went to the courthouse. Someone had to get a new driver's license, so we asked if they could run the VIN number to see if it had been licensed and whatnot. And we found out that it has not been licensed because he can't license it with us having the title. I guess I thought bill of sale and stuff like that, you could still license it, but you cannot. So he hasn't licensed it. So he's going on 2 months, so he's past his 30 days for being able to license it. And then we got home. I got a hold of that trucking company that the license plate came back to. I asked them about the truck, if they had a driver by the name of Chris Sanders or someone that used to work for him, currently works for him, whatever. And the lady's like, you know, she told me no, and she had like no idea about the name. And I told her I ran the license plate number on that truck and it came back as theirs. And so she ran through their files and found out that was a license plate that they had stolen a couple months ago. So that license plate has been reported stolen. And he had rung up quite the hefty bill on tolls in multiple states. So they were not impressed with that. So they're kind of looking for him. But they did know who owned the truck. So they gave me his number. And I contacted that guy to find out it was a complete duplicate story of what we had. Sold the truck on contract, and he missed the first payment because his mother had died. And his excuse for us was his brother committed suicide.
He doesn't have a brother.
And then after that, he was in the hospital. And then after that, his bank account got froze. And then he was in the hospital again. Like I said, it's a complete duplicate story. Same excuses, same everything he uses with we used with this guy. Anyway, he ended up abandoning his truck at the truck stop where we dropped our truck off to meet him. He told us it was his brother's truck. His brother was going to pick up the truck and trailer to finish out the load he was on while he took our truck back to Minnesota to get new tires and fix a couple of the lights and stuff so he could get DOT inspected and get it on the road hopefully in the next 2-3 days. So yeah, he ended up abandoning that guy's truck in Marcus, which we thought was weird. You know how it had sat for a few days, but like he said, it was his brother's truck. His brother committed suicide, so we didn't really think a whole lot of it. So he ended up with over $5,000 in towing fees, storage fees, and all that because he never got his truck back for another 2 weeks. So yeah, he's trying to go after Chris for all that. Plus, he damaged the truck. He had piss bottles all over on the inside of the truck that were leaking, so the flooring of the truck was covered in piss. He must have hit something with either the trailer or something on the back of the sleeper, did a bunch of damage to that. And he also pulled his drive tires off and put scabs on it, so he's out tires as well. And then we had talked to 2 different sheriff departments. They're trying to, since this guy makes a hobby of this, they were trying to turn it in as theft by deception, but the county attorney denied our request for that, so we can't do that. And then we also had another Facebook person send us information on who his sister was. So Courtney messaged her and gave her our number and stuff. Well, she ended up calling us to find out that he doesn't have a brother, so the brother never committed suicide because there is no brother. And then when he said his mom had died to the other guy, his mom had died years ago. She's been gone for a while, I guess. And he actually stole their Durango, I guess a while back, earlier this year or last year or something like that, I think he said.
A couple years ago, I believe.
So he was running into financial troubles back then, so went and lived with them and then ended up stealing their vehicle. And I think didn't he say somewhere along the lines in there he stole a semi from them too?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We talked to them for a long time on the phone, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So they're actually helping us because, yeah, he's stolen from his family. And, yeah, and from the other guy that I talked to that had his truck also stolen, I guess, what do you want to call it, found out that he's done this several times in the last year, like 4 or 5, possibly 6 times to different people, and one of the trucks he actually wrecked. We found out that he does not have a CDL. I got a clear copy of his driver's license now, and he doesn't even have a commercial driver's license.
He's a real piece of work.
Yeah. So he's running on stolen DOT numbers.
Stolen license plate.
Yeah, so the stolen license plates reported to the police so they can look for that.
How does someone even, how do you run that long?
Yeah, and...
we get pulled into scales all the time.
Yep,
and he's been doing this for a while. And
going on 2 months. Well, that...
With just ours.
Yeah, the truck that he abandoned, I was talking to that kid, I'm like, do you happen to know what the DOT numbers were on the side of it? And he goes, yeah, I'm standing right next to it. He ripped our stickers off and put some, like, mailbox stickers on it. I ran the DOT numbers, which was only a 5-digit number, so I figured they had to be really old, and when I ran them, it said invalid. It wouldn't even give me company name, address, nothing. It's just a white screen.
I think they were just random numbers that he just slapped on the side of the truck.
Yeah, because there was no information for those DOT numbers.
But he has yet to be pulled over, yet to go through a scale.
Something, yeah, I don't know. So currently we found, well, I didn't even notice it. My dad actually sent me a text and messaged me, and he goes, well, there's a license plate in the windshield of the truck. So I was zooming in the picture, and yeah, on the driver's side in the windshield, there's a Minnesota license plate. So we're positive he still has it because this photo is just from a week and a half ago, and that license plate was in his windshield. So we're assuming that they're still in there as long as he hasn't taken it out. But like I said, I've posted it on Facebook. The other guys have posted it on Facebook. I think his family might possibly post it on Facebook. Not sure. But this guy's a real piece of work. He's trying to be a nice guy, and
that's what the other people said that we talked to. They're like, we try and be nice and worked with them, and we're like, yep, us too. And never again.
No.
With anything we sell, we will no. It's it's just shitty people like this that ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, we can sue him, but like our attorney said, he's like, I wouldn't waste the money on it. You take him to civil court, the judge is going to be like, yep, he needs to pay, and tell him he's got to pay. And then in a year, you got to take him back to court because he hasn't paid yet. So we're up to the point of we literally need to find the truck. Somebody needs to disable it and tell us where it's at. We got to steal it back, something. Our dogs are not happy. We can sue, but like he said, it's just a waste of money. It's going to be $5,000 to $10,000 just to get it to go, and and then in a year we might have to do it again. So our best option right now is the stolen license plate, stolen DOT numbers, and just having as many people as we can watching for the truck. So as we got people, and we found out he's had an address in Missouri, Minnesota, North Carolina. Was there one in Ohio? No, that's where he was arrested. So yeah, he'd been arrested for not having a DOT, or not DOT, a CDL in Ohio, and there's a mugshot and stuff we found of him and all that. But from what we can kind of tell with all the tickets and stuff he's gotten, I don't think he's had a CDL since at least 18, possibly 19.
If he's ever had one.
Yeah. Well, he had to have had one because that's there's a lawsuit where he was suing another company because they wrongfully fired him or something about a CDL.
Yeah.
He got diagnosed with diabetes or something. I don't know. It's on some. We found it on Google on some court case.
It's all public information.
Right, and we were looking at his medical card, and I don't know. I'm kind of questioning whether it's not forged or not because the signature from the doctor doesn't match the rest of the handwriting. So it could have been maybe a nurse that filled it out and the doctor signed it. I don't know. That could be a possibility too. But to me, it looks funny. There's scribble marks on it too, like they crossed out or changed the date because they put the wrong year or something down. But yeah, so any help we can get, we'll sure take it. If you see it, if you find it, I don't care. Cut some airlines, disable it, call me, message me on Facebook, message me on YouTube. I don't care. We're just to the point where if someone wants to disable it in California, I'll go get it in California. But yeah, the legal system is just so messed up. The sheriff's departments both told us that. The attorney told us that. So we can go after him, get him in a lot of trouble, but at the same time, it's going to cost us a lot of money to do it. So right now, we're going with stolen license plate, stolen DOT numbers, and after that, if that doesn't work here in the next couple weeks, then we're suing. But the other guy already started a lawsuit against him, so we might also be able to piggyback on that one. That's just another thing where it might cost more. It's tricky because it's 2 states involved, so 2 different jurisdictions or something. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I don't know. But the other guy's already got a lawsuit started. He's trying to go after him for the damages. They're trying to go after him for the tolls. They're trying to go after the money he owes on the truck. But he doesn't sound like he's too mechanically inclined, because we did talk to somebody that he had to call because he was trying to figure out how to change his oil in the truck. So I think by pulling a sensor or anything like that, and I don't think he's got the brain capacity to know how to fix it. So yeah, a lot of phone calls, a lot of information today. I couldn't believe that when I called on the license plate, when I talked to the trucking company that the license plate was under, and they said it was a stolen license plate.
And he's still using it.
And he's still running it. So,
and he's yet to get pulled over. How does that happen?
So the license plate was actually reported stolen before he put it on my truck. So
I'm sure you guys are all in the same boat we are. You stop at every scale. You get pulled over here and there by a random DOT, and then you got people like that have been doing this for a long time and somehow never get pulled over, somehow still get loads. How is he even getting loads?
We cannot figure out who he is leased on with to save our butts.
He can't be leased on with anyone. He doesn't have a CDL. Like, how do you lease on with someone with a semi and not have a CDL? Yeah, not having a license, no CDL, so it's got to be forged of some sort, fake of some sort, somebody that's just letting him do it. He has pictures on his Facebook of where he's down in like the, what are they called, the cave type things, and
in Kansas City.
So,
he's Smithfield Foods in Maryland.
So
But yeah, we had someone get a hold of us Friday because I posted something Friday on the RV pages, which some of you guys might have saw it. I had somebody get a hold of me that he was at a truck stop in Virginia, and then the following night, I had a lady get a hold of me that she just saw him on I-57, exit 44 in Illinois or something like that. So
yeah.
So yeah, no, people have been seeing him, which is awesome. It's just right now we're playing cat and mouse. Or he's going to start seeing this stuff and just ditch the truck somewhere too, so hopefully he doesn't total it out. But he does have insurance on it.
Which we've talked to the insurance company.
Yeah, so the insurance company has all the same information that we have on him. So, I don't know. I called the address that he lives at, and there's no one there that lives there, so.
Yep.
So, I don't know. His driver's license has a different address on it. His medical card has a different address on it. And then the address on his insurance is a different address. So he's got 3 different addresses.
And when we found his court records online, those were also a different address than any of the other 4 that we had previously found.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, one of the court records was Missouri, like his sister had said. But then there's another court. I thought there was an Ohio in there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was an Ohio. Or no, he got pulled over in Ohio, and his address was...
Oh,
Texas?
No, his address is Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yep.
So
yeah, this guy's
like 5 different states he has.
Yep, and he's he told us that he also, well, part of the troubles to him buying a truck and not having money was he just got divorced and his wife had a miscarriage that ruined their marriage and they got divorced and whatever. And when we were talking to his sister, his wife was never pregnant and she never had a miscarriage, so he was cheating on her, so that's why they got divorced.
Yeah.
So the stories this guy comes up with.
He stoops pretty low. Bottom of the barrel kind of guy he is.
Yeah, I don't think you can even scrape the bottom of the barrel to get enough. I don't know. This guy has got... I can't fathom it. I really can't. But I think we're going to end this one here. It's pretty much all in a truck that we need help finding, so... Any help that you guys can give us, we'll greatly appreciate it. And if you want to just shoot us a message on our channel, if you got us on Facebook, you can search the Easy RV page on Facebook and message us on that too. But if anyone sees them, like I said, as of right now, the license plate is reported stolen. The DOT numbers is going to take a day or 2, I think, the way I understood it, to kind of finalize reporting that stolen. That's not no quick thing, I guess. So if you see the truck, report the license plate stolen. I have that posted on my Facebook, so if you guys want the license plate number, you can get it off of there. Yeah, if anybody has access to his Facebook, he's been doing a lot of TikToks, at least he was, and those are staying up to date, but we have no idea. So if anybody has access to that stuff too, which is also, I have all them links on my Facebook page. It's not private, so anybody can search my name and find the post. So like I said, playing cat and mouse, trying to figure out where he's at so we can steal the truck back, basically. Or call, like I said, call law enforcement, report the DOT numbers or license plate numbers. Because the way I understood it, I could be wrong, but the way I understood it, stolen license plate is still a felony, so misdemeanor for sure, but I thought she said felony. So just by calling in the license plate.
Eventually he's going to get caught. I mean, this kind of stuff always catches up with you.
Yep.
But
and he's been doing this for a long time. But he's just, when there's contracts involved, it really ties the hands of what the criminal system lets us do.
He's smart with the contracts, but otherwise, you know, it's plain luck is what it is, because everything he's running that everyone has already reported, like the license plate, the DOT numbers, you know, he's just plain lucky. He's not smart.
No.
He's dumber than a box of rocks from what we've been told from quite a few people. So he's just lucky. But in the end, your luck runs out eventually. So lesson learned, don't be nice. Yep. Don't be nice to people.
Nice guys finish last.
Yeah. That's what one of our buddies told him. Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, we have a cop that's a buddy. We were getting advice from him too.
Yeah.
So, alright, I think that's going to end this one. Got anything else to add?
No.
Besides, I just want some brass knuckles and go out in the back 40 with this guy, but then I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, no, we're not that kind of people, honey.
All right.
Some days I wish we were, but we're not.
Shoot us a message or anything if you guys see anything. Thanks.